I really need a new fucking headset for my computer, bro. Oh, my shit have to break. Fucking old wire came out. I'm not a big fan of playing hardware randoms, but I'll try. Play my career and try to grind this player, or I can go to one of my other players. I don't know. Try to get badges on my other players. And we'll see how my career goes. That's what I said. Alright, fuck it.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hold up. I got something coming out of my monitor and my headset. Let me turn that down. Hold up. If I can get him to join, I get someone else.
Lots of half-court shots.
Yeah, lots of half-court shots. Yeah, because it takes craft to run an offense in the half-court. You just can't run up and down and jack shots up. This is when you have. This is winning time.
I can hear that playing through my headset, and I don't know if that should be playing through my headset. I got my headset plugged into my computer, and I'm just using another thing to listen to my game, so I can hear it coming out of my headset that's plugged into my computer, and I'm using it to talk. If that makes sense. Well, let me just mute my volume, and that should solve it. Just do that. Alright, that's good. Yeah, that should work. Alright. Boy, ain't even gonna mess me back. Tough. What's up, bro? That's chilling.
And best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Charlotte Hornets.
I can hear it, and it's kind of distracting. Bitch, my speakers are muted. Why is it?
I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. It just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. King is out there with Brown, and it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Now here's King. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That is his first foul of the game. Tonight, Smitty, two teams, same conference, rivalry game. Tensions could be hot.
First of all, Kevin.
Report from the sideline.
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to speak with Fred Hoiberg for a minute. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks very much, David. Did you guys see this game playing out as a defensive battle?
If they get their way, it will be. They're coming in with the idea that they can win this game with their defense.
Well, if they've done it before, sounds like their goal is the same as always. Cause as many problems as possible with their D and never let up at that end of the floor.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's King. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami. King against Dunn. Off the pick. Good on the bucket. Dunn's got his first 2 points of the night.
His bread and butter is the mid-range area. Chris Dunn carves out a solid look for himself.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. King, the pass to Griffin. King against Dunn. Knocked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Bucket is good.
In attack mode inside, the best of Drummond comes out when he's being decisive.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Passes to Carter. Right wing. Carter sets the pick for Parker. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Oh, Griffin in position. It's stolen by Carter. King against Dunn. Got a piece of it. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's King.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Dunn dishes to Carter. Back to Dunn. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Dunn's got his second bucket of the game to go.
One of the stronger point guards we have, Chris Dunn, often does his best work in the paint.
King with the block. Now Detroit moving it up. Oh, Griffin in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I mean, on those alley-oop plays from Blake Griffin, you can't give him room to take off.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Anthony on the wing. King against Dunn. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Dunn. Makes it off the glass. Dunn's got 6 points. For Detroit, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Dunn against King from outside the arc. Markkanen pulls it in.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
Lobs it up for Levine. An emphatic alley-oop jam. The Pistons trail it.
And guys, Chris Dunn has outstanding physical tools. Long arms, athletic, great upside at the defensive end.
Now here's King. 6 points for him. Brown the pass to King. He kicks it to Drummond. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Griffin. Again the miss by the Pistons. King the pass to Anthony. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to King. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 5.
Blake is okay with the catch-and-shoot jump shot. Looking comfortable.
Dunn against King. Dunn misses.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play. He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
Here is Carter after the made shot from King. Carter kicks to Dunn. Larkin in a screen on Griffin. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Pistons. Tyrone Wallace comes in for Brown. Now here's Levine. 17 points for him last game against Charlotte. Here's Beverly. No good. Shot missing. The Pistons go the other way with it. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Now here's King. He's got 8. Stolen by Markkanen. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That'll be his second foul of the game. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Griffin passes to King. To the right side. Markkanen pulls it in.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
Parker and Markkanen, the undersized front court. J.J. Barea is out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Roberson in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Dunn kicks to Parker from downtown. And Ellenson pulls it down. Pistons trail by 3. Outside Anthony. Back to King. Now the pass to Carmelo. They set the pick. King, the pass to Ellenson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Dunn dishes to Markkanen. 2 points. That one goes. Markkanen's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Bulls.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Picked by Griffin. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Pistons score.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Z.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Zach LaVine's checked in for Chicago. Just 5 to shoot. Parker outside. It's not going to go for him.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. And that'll be his third foul so far. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against the Heat made a whole lot of great plays. He finished with 21 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. Just a spectacular outing, and that's what we've come to expect from him, a true star in this league. And Kevin, I'm sure he'll be looking to do the same thing here tonight.
Hey, David, thanks very much. He's one of those players who can do remarkable things on any given night, in any given game. That was a special game he played.
And it wasn't just the performance, guys, but really his preparation. He knew the right way to attack in every situation.
And that was the beauty of it, his ability to read and react to whatever they threw at him.
And Dunn over to help. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
He hits the second from the line. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
King, the pass to Ellenson. King outside. That's good on the jump shot. King's got 6 points in the quarter. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Markkanen kicks to Carter. Passes it to Parker. Now Dunn. Wide open. Griffin grabs the board.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
Back to King. And Dunn over to help. Ellenson passes to King. Shot clock at 5. Up again. Chicago's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. It's stolen by Anthony. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. King's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Count it. And it's 8 points for Chris Dunn.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Parker kicks to Carter. Dunn outside. Unable to get that one. The Pistons go the other way with it. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Pass to King. Back to Griffin. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Griffin's got 8 points.
I love the play call, and Blake with the strength, but also the touch to dominate inside.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
Green, he's checked in for Markkanen. Now, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Well, you look at Z. I think he's going to be a spectator at this year's three-point contest instead of a participant. Look at that jam!
Nice!
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Dunn kicks to Green. Pass to Parker. Carter sets the pick for Parker. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Poked loose and stolen by Dunn. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Here's the screen. Green dishes to Parker. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Clock at 6. Levine, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
A late bloomer in high school, Zach LaVine could still be just scratching the surface of his true ability.
Free throw good. Wallace against Barea. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Now here's Barea. Over Wallace. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Barea. And both free throws good for Barea. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here.
Carmelo, first half in the books. What do you need to focus on in the second half to get this win?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from Z.
Yeah, you know, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
You know, it's a nice change for him and for the team. It's not like he's selfish. We're just not used to him playing that way.
On the floor for Detroit, the athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. King is out there with Brown, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. Markkanen against Griffin. Fires from 14, and then Carter with the jam.
With Dunn, this is his focus. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved.
Dunn against King. Over in the corner, Brown. King inside. Dunn covering. King's shot is off. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That's it for him. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly...
I'm gonna get up with it sometime. Try to get in the corner of my house, get everything refurbished.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Wizards in Washington. Well, it was the Wizards winning their last game against the Knicks. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight.
That's the United States Supreme Court building here in our nation's capital. We're coming to you today from Washington, D.C. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on. And David Aldridge is...
Well, guys,
certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Pistons, the athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Brown out there with King. And it's Anthony in at the 3 set. And Griffin slams it in.
And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
Beal can't get it to go. And it's Detroit's ball. King outside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV. Goodness. No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
It is the truth, though. His vertical is a huge part of what makes him tough to defend at the basket.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Passes it to Anthony. Drummond with a screen on Wall. And King, here we go. Just 4 to shoot. Over Porter. Washington with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one, good. Wall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's just great assertiveness from John Wall. So comfortable operating inside.
Wall against King. The screen from Brown. King, the pass to Anthony. King with it. He's picked up by Wall. King against Wall. King's shot is off.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Griffin a screen on Wall to the paint, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Wall against King. Lobbed up there for Howard. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Here's King. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. And so he hits both. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Wall kicks to Porter. The dish to Howard. Teletovic passes to Beal. Porter with the screen for Beal. Over Brown. Beal's shot is good.
Now, this is an example of where he's grown. Bradley Beal getting it done in the screen and roll.
Wall against King. Oh, Griffin in position. Howard with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Beal, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
Washington leading now by 3. Outside, Wall. Unable to get that one. And it's Detroit the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, it was a rough night for him. A lack of focus, I felt like, led to way too many mistakes.
I think you're absolutely right. Too careless with the basketball. I don't think you can. Unbelievable. This seems to be the new breed of point guards who can play above the rim. Wall finishing with style.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
And how about the numbers on Andre Drummond? A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. First in shooting percentage, third in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. And Beal kicks to Wall. Screen by Howard. Beal against Brown. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Bradley Beal's evolution from prospect to all-star. He's a better scorer now, Doris, but also a better playmaker.
He is, Kevin, and Bradley Beal has been willing to take on more of the load on the offensive end. So not just wondering, okay, how do I get my shots, but how to involve his teammates. And his ability to improve that handle, the ability to put the ball on the deck and balance that perimeter shooting with a dribble drive makes him lethal.
5 on the clock. It's stolen by Wall. Outside, Beal. Back to Wall. There's the 3. Sinks the triple. Wall's got 9.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. John Wall, probably as pure a point guard as you're going to find in the NBA.
And go back to what his college coach told John Wall at the start of his NBA career. Your speed is lethal, and he has become a master at manipulating that speed and turning it into great shots for himself or great shots for his teammates. And what I appreciate perhaps more than anything else about John Wall, aside from his competitive streak, is his commitment to make himself a better shooter, because it's been integral to his success.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
Every team looking for long limb guys in the wing, Doris. Otto Porter is ascending up that list.
Yeah, Otto Porter is a guy who can do a little bit of everything. He can rebound, he can defend multiple positions, he's got the length to create turnovers, and of course that big-time range gives you a lot of spacing on the offensive end of the floor.
Shot clock at 6. Here's King. Oubre pulls it in.
Now, kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
King, the pass to Dedmon. Griffin, no one around him, and another three for Detroit.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Wall kicks to Howard. Pass to Beal. Howard with this screen on Wallace, and stolen by Wallace. Griffin passes to King. There's the pass to Dedmon. King outside. Off the screen. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Well, you just wonder if maybe he should take it inside when they're playing so far off him.
Count that one. Oubre's got 5.
Well, that's a nice find by Porter. He shows his versatility on that play.
Kicks to Griffin. Back to King. Down low. Deflects the pass. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Wall with the ball. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pistons trail by 11. King outside. Outside, Wall. Shot from the top of the key. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Woo, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, Doris, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
You know, you hate to blame anybody, but those turnovers are a big reason why they're down.
The shot, no good. Pistons trail by 13. King, the pass to Wallace. And there it is for him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Wall against King. Lure a screen on Wall. Wall with the steal. King with the steal. And the layup's good off the glass. King's got 11 points.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
And Wall kicks to Oubre. Back to Wall. To the inside. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
And that's just carelessness there.
And stolen by Teletovic. Beal and Porter make up the perimeter. Mirza Teletovic out there with Howard, and it's Brown in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
He's gotten a little bit more selective with his two-point jumpers, but that's a shot Beal hits with regularity.
John Wall's checked in for Washington. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Griffin a screen on Wall. Oh, Griffin in position. He's off on that one.
Yeah, that's just a missed opportunity. Something there just a little off.
Yeah, simply a little bit careless, I think. Can't just throw it up there. You have to time these alley-oops perfectly.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against the Bulls was huge. He scored 18 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall. He was efficient from the field. It was another strong showing for him in what has quickly become a habit. Back to you, Kevin.
Appreciate it, David. After all the good work he did in that last game, he's got plenty to build on here tonight.
Except that the D is going to be all over him, Kevin. They're aware of what he did last time out, and they're going to be doing everything they can to keep him in check.
Well, and that could be a big positive for them, Greg, because while he's drawing all that attention, a few of his teammates might get a little bit more space to operate.
Wall passes to Teletovic. There's Beal with the 3, and again, Washington with the triple.
Well, Bradley Beal, we know this, has been an elite three-point shooter from the time he stepped between the lines in the NBA. This guy is ready to roll.
To the inside, Brown kicks to Griffin. King outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on John Wall.
Yeah, easy call.
For Detroit, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Shoots it up. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you, John Wall cooking right now on the offensive end. You're getting a look at everything in his arsenal.
King, the pass to Brown. King against Wall. Inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Beal. Another one falls for Washington.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Wall against King. Outside Griffin. Drummond a screen. Griffin passes to King. And stolen by Teletovic. Wall against King. It's Beal on the wing. Back to Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Listen, this guy's got the green light at any time, but Beal with the nice look to set up the open shot.
Wall against King. Over Wall. King's shot is off.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go.
So I got this full-size basketball court in my spot, right? You know, I'm come over, you know, we can shoot around, play a game, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anytime.
2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Oh.
And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, things have definitely been looking up for them lately during this midseason stretch. I think pieces are really falling into place for them at this stage.
The always busy and popular East 4th Street here in Cleveland are setting today. And with tip-off coming up, we've got... Well, in this game today, it's all about court spacing, DA. Thanks for the report. And now, Chris, a few games under their belts, we're seeing some inexperienced guys take that next step, make that leap.
Well, yeah, I mean, guys are really doing a great job on that level and given the opportunity to play in this game. And it's maybe because so many young players are being counted on for big roles now. You know, the game has kind of changed where in the past they would be on the side learning from a veteran and being kind of introduced and slowly introduced to the game. Right now, though, guys, we've seen what they've done in college. We know that they've had great coaches and great coaching. And so, yes, the bar has moved up where we expect younger players to do more because the game is built for younger players. Fast pace, speed of the game, shooting threes, and just having fun out there. And so, yeah, I think a lot more is expected of young guys. And I think they're embracing the fact that they have a lot more responsibility.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Pistons, the athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. King is up there with Brown, and it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Sexton's shot is good.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going at one another.
Drummond a screen. Here's King. And that's collected by Love.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back. He must have had a good warm-up because he's hot. I mean, he's 3 for 4 already, and we're only getting started.
And the shot is good.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Pass to Simmons. He kicks it to Sampson. Love with the screen on Brown. Shot clock at 6. Doubled by King. Sampson, the pass to Sexton. Count that bucket. Sexton's got 9.
Okay, 4 for 5 from the floor right now. Wasting no time getting this offense rolling.
King with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Washington.
Oh, well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the boards.
He just glides in for the layup, goes behind the back, and then just up and in. Nicely done, young fella.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the evening. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Sexton kicks to Sampson. Shoots over Brown. Rebound, Detroit. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Yeah, and they won their last game against this squad, and it was about the hot shooting on display.
And throughout his career, Drummond has averaged more than a block per game. He really goes all out on defense. He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
King outside. To the inside. Griffin makes it off the glass. Griffin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
The shot by Sexton, no good. The Pistons trail it. King inside. Simmons is there.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Pass to Sexton. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Collin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Over in the corner, Sampson. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
Sexton with it. Anthony on him. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Who's watching here?
King, right side. Griffin trying to get open. King, that's good. King's got 12 points in the game.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Now Sexton. He's got 13. Nails the baby hook. He's got 15.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Man, the mobility of Drummond is important to his team. When the ball is lobbed his way, it's game over for the defense.
Here's Sexton. 15 points in the game. That's a pick by Love. They set the pick. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Baseline jumper. No good off the front iron. The Pistons have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. The pass to Drummond. Pistons passing it around. Here's King. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Is on Collin Sexton. The Pistons have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Sexton. Both free throws good from King. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Clarkson against King. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Pistons shooting very well. 58% the offense is falling right now early for them. King, that's good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Clarkson dishes to Love. Here's Sampson. He's covered by Brown. Sampson, the pass to Clarkson. No good that time. The Pistons go the other way with it. King outside. Dishes to Carmelo. Back to King. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drummond passes to King. And he gets the bucket. King's got 18 points in the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That is his first foul of the game. A different look here for Detroit. Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. And Tyrone Wallace is subbed in for Brown. Pass to Clarkson. Back to Jerebko. Waba kicks to Osman. Now the dish to Thompson. Pass to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. Rebound, Detroit.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
King outside. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Osman. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Now here's King. He's got 18. Kicks to Lure. Stolen by Clarkson. Feeds to Thompson. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Osman. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's King. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
And so it's Cleveland with it, trailing by 5. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Chris, there are a lot of players offensively in this league who do certain things, just the nuances that create contact and draw fouls and get themselves to the line, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. When I think of fouls, I think of James Harden. If I was a big man in the league today, I would have nightmares about this guy because he gets to the free throw line almost 10 times a game. His Euro step, his way to put his elbow up, he baits you to reach in, and then there's the presence of mind to be so quick that once you put your hand in the cookie jar, it's like your little brother telling you, Ma, and you get in trouble. And that's what he does. He makes sure that the ref sees you getting that contact, you're getting the foul. And how about DeMar DeRozan, what he does and being so strong attacking the hole, and DeMarcus.
And here's Sexton. He's coming off a 34-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Sampson's shot is off. Pistons leading by 6. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Ellenson is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. Then it's King. And it's Kennard in at the 3. Pick by Griffin. Off the pick. That one wide left.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against the Wizards made some terrific plays. He ended up with 22 points and also found a lot of open guys with a big assist total. Just his latest spectacular performance. He showed once again why he's a nightmare to game plan against.
Thanks, David. It was a terrific game for him. They'll be looking for more of the same tonight.
And I'd be surprised if he doesn't give it to them. He's in a very good frame of mind right now.
Well, if he brings the same energy in this game that he brought into that one, it's going to be another big night for him.
Sexton with it. 17 points in the game. Love with the screen for Sexton. Hits it from three-point range. Sexton's got 20.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
So for the Pistons, Andre Drummond's checked in for Henry Ellenson, and Anthony subbed in for Luke Kennard. King right side. Back to Brown. 4 on the clock. Picked by Griffin. Fires top of the key. Ball's knocked loose. King outside. He kicks it to Brown. King outside. Back to Brown. Now here's King. He's guarded closely. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Now Simmons. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Love with the screen on Anthony. The open look here for Sexton. No good. That would have tied it. Now here's King. Not a lot of room. It's good.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Sampson, the pass to Love. To the inside. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Sampson.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 24 points for Z.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And using the quickness to his advantage there. Sexton getting some momentum behind him so he can put that one down.
And King, here we go. Pick by Griffin. Off the pick.
Oh, nasty. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Sexton kicks to Love. Love with the screen on Brown. With the floater. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Sampson.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Here's King. He feeds it to Drummond. Kick out to King. Pass to Anthony. Fires the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Here's Diallo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
And he didn't ignore the defensive aspect either. I mean, his 3 blocks tell that story.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
King outside. Wing shot on the way. They get it again. Got it. Good job in the low post. King's got 28. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Well, C-Web, Andre Drummond, the 9th pick in 2012. Some teams had questions about his competitive spirit. Thought he was a little too passive with UConn.
His off-the-court personality might have fit into that. I heard he's a big teddy bear, but that hasn't stopped him from beasting on the court here in the association.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Well, in recent years, C-Web, players have flirted with quadruple doubles, but they're just so elusive. I mean, you've got to do a lot to get those kind of numbers.
Well, think about it. Embiid and Westbrook have both come close. So Westbrook comes close to anything with a double at the end of it. And Draymond Green, he missed once on points. So, you know, it's so hard to do. I just remember that the King, the Dream, Olajuwon did it. But you think about it. You're exerting so much energy, communication, and passion in that game. That's why it's so tough to do. And by the way, players are really good. So how are you going to get those 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks?
Right, yeah.
Or whatever else you can get along with points. But, yeah, so elusive, yeah.
King, that's good.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
To the left wing. Here's Sexton. That 3 off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
And it's off the back rim. No good.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Takes a 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump. Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. 1:44 left in the second quarter. Sexton, the pass to Love. To the middle. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and D is ready for it.
From about 19 feet, and Detroit again with the bucket.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
There's the pick. They need this. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to 10 points. Again, thanks to that one from Clarkson.
And this is where Clarkson can do a lot of damage. I mean, that in-between area.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside for Griffin. Back to King. Pick by Griffin. Shot off the pick. King, that's good. King's got 38 points.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Now the fast break. King with the ball. Goes up on the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 40 points for Z.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Love right side. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Detroit Pistons sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What a game we're seeing from Z.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
They've got Sexton, Kevin Love out there with Simmons, and it's Sampson in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Their entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
The Pistons shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a 14-point game.
Love, down.
To the paint, here's Love. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Love's got his first 2 points of the night. Detroit's gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Here's King, and Detroit again with the bucket.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Love. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
A rock-solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
King outside. Over Sexton. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And he converts the layup. Sexton's got 4 this quarter.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
Here's King. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
And Love has it in the corner. Diallo kicks to Sexton. Love with the screen for Sexton. 6 to shoot. King with the block, and he gets it back. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Simmons. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, down by 12.
Did a lot of damage from 3-point range in the first half, but so far in the second, he hasn't done a thing.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for. As far as power forwards go, he has terrific vision.
And the pass to Sexton. Love with the screen for Sexton. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Anthony's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's King. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Timeout called the Cavaliers. So both teams making some changes here. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up. Well, you look at Z.
And that's a byproduct of not just his talent, but of the effort he's put in this season. Nobody works harder than this guy.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. The screen from Thompson. Sexton the pass to Thompson. To the middle. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Thompson. And that's now 33 points for Colin Sexton. King right side. Passes it to Wallace. King outside. And another one falls.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Pass to Osman. Kicks to Jerebko. Here's Osman. Wallace covering. And it's Osman missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's King. And Thompson sends it back.
Look, Thompson is a more than capable defender. He has excellent length, and he uses that to swat away shots.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Hill's checked in, and then for Detroit, Henry Ellinson's checked in for Griffin. And it's Kennard in for Anthony.
How about Andre Drummond making his second All-Star appearance in 2018? He's been playing some of his best basketball. I mean, one of the top 5 or 6 centers in the game, if you ask me.
Here's Osman. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Yeah, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. And Drummond in his 7th season, still just 25 years old. Chris, a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, and I think defense, believe it or not, is where he has the most untapped potential. I mean, with better recognition and communication, I mean, he could be a contender for Defensive Player of the Year.
And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity. The Pistons have shot 6 of 7 at the line. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. For 3, Hill, and he's good on the 3 ball. Hill's got 7.
And Hill's a player whose shot has to be respected.
Here's King. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
He always wants to give him some numbers, and tonight he's giving them plenty.
King against Hill. Thompson sets the pick for Hill. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is good. Hill's got 5 points in the quarter.
And George Hill is a live weapon coming off the pick and roll. He can pull up, pass, and then attack the rack.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Nwaba kicks to Osman. He dishes it to Hill. Here's Nwaba. Pass to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
King against Hill. Knocks it loose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. 3rd is Andre Drummond.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And a switcher also for Detroit. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Andre Drummond. Timeout called, Cleveland. We've seen Z really having a great game.
This is a critical timeout for them. They've got to come up with a plan to slow him down right here and right now.
The Pistons making a change here. Lewis checked in.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Z. Right around 25 points per, 9 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
His nose for the ball has never been better. I mean, Greg, his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, he'll make you pay.
Fires from the wing, and he hits the jumper for 2. King's got 59 points.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Inside, Hill. He can't get it to go. And the Pistons now going the other way. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him.
He's doing it all for them tonight. Amazing how many of their points come straight from him.
Clarkson passes to Hill. Shoots from 12. Again missing Hill. Pistons leading by 22. Here's King. And Detroit again with the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Cleveland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from 3-point land in the second half. The screen from Thompson. Clarkson kicks to Thompson. There's the pass to Osman. To halt the run, cans it from downtown. Clarkson's got his second bucket tonight.
You know Clarkson loves to drive, but he's also improving from distance.
King, the pass to Kennard. King against Hill, and it's sent back by Hill. And they'll keep possession. He gets that one.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Plenty of space. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And it's Lure with the rebound. Lure's got his third rebound tonight. Here's King. The Pistons rebound, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Cleveland. For Detroit, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Diallo, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And Detroit with a change here, too. Thomas is checked in. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Hill kicks to Clarkson. The screen from Thompson. Clarkson passes to Diallo. There's a screen. Back to Jerebko. And the 3 ball is good. Jerebko's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's King, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Back to Thomas. From outside the arc, King's shot is off. Cleveland's gone to the 3-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Clarkson against Thomas. Clarkson kicks to Thompson. Back to Clarkson. Here's Hill. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
And King, here we go. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Everything looked good until the finish, and it all goes wrong.
And he banks in the layup. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
One of the things Clarkson does best is converting off the dribble drive.
Passes to Lure. Dedmon a screen. King. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
On that play, I mean, it feels even better to be the guy setting the screen than the guy scoring the points.
Well, Cleveland shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Jerebko kicks to Diallo. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Pistons.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that backcourt.
King, the pass to Lure. King outside. Over Hill. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Here's Diallo. And the layup falls.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And King, here we go.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Hill kicks to Diallo. It's back to Hill. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's King. And another one falls. Amazing. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Thomas against Clarkson. And again, it's George Hill. Hill's got 16 points here in the second half.
And always looking for the high percentage bucket. Hill got that one right to the rim.
He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Detroit Pistons controlling the game and finishing the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for the Pistons, they've got Griffin. Brown out there with King. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Anthony in at the small forward position.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Well, he's extremely accurate here coming down the stretch, trying to see if he can close this one out.
Love in the post, defended by Griffin. Here's Sexton. Drains the three-pointer. Sexton's got 36.
Adding to his three-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
The first free throw is good. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Web, and not divided by conference. I wonder if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, you know, for the East and the West.
You know, Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. Love with the screen on Brown. Doubled by King. To the middle. Here's Sexton. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Sexton's got 40 points.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
Over in the corner, Brown. Dedmon a screen. Jumper off the screen. King outside. Over Sexton. King, that's good. And the Pistons lead by 19.
He was ready to go tonight. I mean, he's made more plays than anyone else out there. No question about it.
Sexton dishes to Love. There's a screen from downtown. The shot by Sexton, no good. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Brown, and here's Griffin. He's guarded by Hill, and that one drops.
I mean, you know he's crafty when he's close into the bucket. You better foul him. I mean, you love seeing Griffin be poised on these interior shots.
Sampson, the pass to Hill. Connects from three-point range. Hill's got 23.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Down low, Diallo. Detroit with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kicks it to Brown. Dedmon a screen. Here's King. Again, the Pistons score.
All about the pick there. I mean, let him shed his man and square up for the jumper.
Griffin with the steal. And King, here we go. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
In that game against the Spurs, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Drummond's checked in. Wasted no time on that one. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Sampson. Pass to Love. Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. C-Webb, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams. Right. That's the way that it should be. The bad teams should.
And good, he hits it again.
And that score moving him clear into 3rd all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either. And there's the pass to Diallo. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out.
King right side and stolen by Love. Sexton with it. Now defended by King. Sexton's shot is good.
A dangerous score from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
King the pass to Thomas. Pistons passing it around. Count that one.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
And here's Sexton. He kicks it to Love. To the paint. Here's Sexton. That falls. Great assist by Love. Sexton's got 44.
You got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Lure the screen. Here's King. Cavaliers with the rebound. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter. And it's Osman missing. Detroit's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. King inside. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
Cleveland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. 1:27 left to play here in the 4th. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Ellenson. Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into 2nd place for most points in a game. Love with the screen on Thomas. Nwaba kicks to Love. Down low. Got a piece of it. And they're able to recover. And Thompson gets it to go.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Z.
From an offensive standpoint, he was their leader tonight. Whenever they needed a big bucket, he was always the guy to come up with it.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
And good! There's another.
Can you believe it? He's done the unthinkable and tied the record for most points in a game.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basketball, but I dare say in any sport. Complete scoring dominance.
And people have talked about records that could never be matched. Wilt's 100 was at the top of those lists. But the unbelievable has happened here tonight as he has tied that unbreakable record.
Shot off the screen. Again, what an avalanche.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single-game scoring record.
Oh, history being made as we speak. Unbelievable.
And Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game has been surpassed. Pick up the phone. Let everybody know something special has happened here tonight.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Z.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track.
Well, I must say, I didn't think I'd ever see this in my lifetime. You have broken Wilt Chamberlain's single-game scoring record. How on earth did you do that this evening?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Put up in a drive.
Shot! No! Yo! I got ball! Screen coming! Box out! Good boy, baby! Hey, yo, right here! Get in! Whose man is that? Side! No! I got ball! Get him! Yeah, that's all you! Screen coming! Watch out! Come get it! Help! Ball coming! Yeah, that's all you! He's watching him! Hey, yo, right here! Screen! Get up! Screen! No! I see him! Press it out! Yo! Shut up! My bad! Ball coming! Shot! Get it! Back in! Screen coming! Side! Grab it! Hey, yo, right here! No! Shot! That's right! Pressure him up! Ball coming! Right here! Good boy, baby! Woo! Hey, who got ball? Sucks out! Good boy! Yo, we all get on the way! Shoot that, baby, come on!
Who's watching him? Right there. Hey, yo, right here, right here. Get it, get it. Ball up. Hey, give me that. Hey! Screen coming! I got ball! Get that! Take that! With the foul! Good board! Hey, who got it? Set it! I see him! I see him! All right, come inside! Hey, come inside! Rip that! Go, go! Hey! Hey! Watch out! Grab it! Grab it! Good boy! Good boy! Give me that!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Big 14. Oh my God. Count my guap. Count my my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Big 14. Oh my God. They bumming in.
Shot, shot, shot. Get it. Way to grab it. With the foul! No! Yeah, that's all you, baby, come on! Hey, yo, right here! Box out! Yo, shut up! Right there! Yo! Hey, yo, right here! And the foul! Screen coming! Screen! I see him. That's all him! Ball coming! Watch out! Give me that! Yo! Hey, yo, right here! Yo, right here! Shot! Freeze! No! Yo! I see him! Yo! Right here! And the foul! My bad! Shot! Get out of here! Come get it! And the foul! Put it back in! Who's watching here? I got ball!
Who's watching him?
Knock it down! Give me that!
Come get it! Come get it! Oh, get that! Hey, who got ball? Who got ball? Hey! Yo, don't forget the clock! Whose man is that? Ball up! Ball up! Ball coming! Ball coming! Come get it! Come get it! Busty!
Ball going up!